Nice, heck yeah. Oh my God.
This is crazy.
Need more travel. All right. We are here at the only race of 2020 that matters, in my humble opinion. We're on the top of Mount 7 in Golden, BC. This is the home of the infamous Psychosis downhill race. And if you've been living under a rock, it starts with Dead Dog Trail, which is about 300 meters long, drops 200 meters of elevation. It's a double black diamond, super steep. They're riding this trail all the way to the valley bottom. So it's 1,500 meters of descending. Hopefully the riders can hold on. I think there might be some crashes to be had, but good luck because they're definitely going to need it.
Downhill and enduro bike.
I'm doing downhill bike, but that's because I have a 140 mil, so that definitely won't work. I think like 180 is probably what you want, just because the uphills, but at the same time it like kind of breaks the whole spirit of the event, so downhill bike's probably the best.
I'm gonna ride my enduro bike, I'm pretty sure. About 90% sure on that.
I want to do the first lap on the enduro bike and see if I was 200 gun, and then if I am, I'll ride the downhill bike. But
a lot of people were spouting off about trail bikes, trail like this, trail like that, one run through, and I've decided to stick with the downhill bike. I feel like that's a little bit more the spirit of Psychosis. So there's one little bit, like probably like a 2-minute segment that would be good on a trail bike, but the rest of it's just like full on, just hammering, and downhill bike does it best, so.
steep and loose track, what are you running to keep traction?
We're using Maxxis DHR2s, both downhill casing, with 25 PSI in the front and 27 in the back.
I didn't actually think about tire choice. I just always run the same tires kind of for whatever I'm riding, which is generally steep and fast stuff. If I had the choice, man, I'd probably put a shorty in the back, but for the rest of the track it wouldn't be that good. So I just got the 2.5 Assegai in front, wide trail, max grip, tubeless ready, double down, a little bit more compliant. And in the rear, I actually have a test pilot 2.5 DHR2 downhill casing, max grip. And that one, like DHR2 for sure, is just a better braking tire. So like I use that for the 29er because it's hard to slow that thing down.
I have a Maxxis Minion DHR2 double down, max grip on the rear. I run probably about 24, 25 PSI. And on the front, I have a Maxxis Assegai double down with about 21, 22 PSI.
I'm running Maxxis Assegai 2.5 in the front, max grip rubber with 24 PSI. And in the rear, I've got a 2.4 DHR2 max grip as well, and they're both downhill casing.
So on the back, I have a Maxxis DHF 27.5 DH casing, and in the front, I have a double down on the front. I run 21 PSI in the back and 19 in the front.
I got a 2.5 Assegai in the front, and then the rear, just the DHR2.
I'm running the Maxxis Assegai up front and then Maxxis DHR2 on the back, which I think for the steeps and corners just have that like good front end traction, and then on the back just like fast rolling and good braking. That'll be super important on this track, how steep it is.
I usually run DHF front and rear, just like fast rolling, and I'm a pretty light person, so it still gives me enough braking. But this track, like the top section is so steep that I actually put a DHR2 on the rear, so like pretty classic setup I'd say for most people, but a bit different for me.
Lucas had a pretty interesting first lap.
Yeah, second steep bit. I was just cruising along, checking it out, and I think a rock got lodged in between my seat stay and my wheel, and it just ripped out like 5 or 6 spokes in a row. So yeah, good introduction to Psychosis, I'd say.
What rotor size you running?
Yeah, I'm running 200 front and back, which I think is like, yeah, pretty ideal for this. Like maybe you probably could run bigger, but then there's other problems with that. So yeah, 200's mint.
I'm Shimano 203s front and rear.
200 front and rear.
Holy moly, that was probably the most amazing and exhilarating downhill race I have ever seen, ever been a part of. I was stoked I got to ride the course with some of these super fast rippers, but to see the variety of bikes, the tech, all the different stuff on the podiums. We had enduro bikes winning, we had downhill bikes winning. It's pretty insane. Just rock what you got. These guys are awesome. They know their equipment, and when you know your equipment, you're confident and you can really push it on these insanely long, hard downhill stages. I'm so stoked everyone made it out pretty much okay, but no big casualties today. So watch that replay and have fun. Well, that was the craziest shoot I've ever done in my life.